Listen, black people are everywhere in the media. Like you guys, like there's no way that you can't turn on the TV state channel without actually seeing a black person.
Potential
And I say,
isolation, the fact that 85% of white folks live in communities with virtually no people of color around, even if he were right, it wouldn't matter because most white folks won't get that opportunity.
Age, like if you get arrested and if you didn't know something, people are going to be like, ignorance of the law is no excuse. I feel like we live in an age where social media is everywhere and there are successful.
The TV that I watch don't be having nothing to do with like actual people being criminals or anything like that. Like I don't like real life stuff. That's too depressing for me.
okay,
So I watch like scripted stuff.
Like they believe that I don't care who you run into. This nigga black, he got some superhuman shit that we can't deal with. Like this nigga, if he jump, he gonna really jump.
And all these other ads just run all day, right?
Right.
Last time I seen the ad with a straight black couple was in a cartoon ad a couple days ago for like Zillow or something like that. They was animated.
so let's drop the first question to the panel. Black men in media are entertainers, athletes, or criminals. Can this image be reclaimed? And if you disagree with that, those three, then let me hear it, Danielle. You're muted, Danielle.
The TV that I watch don't be having nothing to do with like actual people being criminals or anything like that. Like I don't like real life stuff. That's too depressing for me.
Okay.
So I watch like scripted stuff.
Okay.
And the scripted stuff that I watch is on like Hallmark Channel.
Oh, Hallmark.
Yeah. And so on the Hallmark Channel, black men are presidents and lawyers and handyman and just falling in love, you know, living a regular life. In upper New York where it's snowy.
maybe I need to start watching Hallmark Channel. Maybe I need to get cable and watch Hallmark Channel. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, so
okay. So generally then you don't really agree with the idea that that's how black men are portrayed.
Can you say that one more time?
Well, from Danielle's point of view, that I'm asking her, she doesn't really agree with the fact that black men are in media portrayed just entertainers, athletes, or criminals. From your perspective, it's your perspective. This is what you see on a regular. So
I mean, because I don't watch like the news or anything like that. I don't watch nothing that's like negative. So
damn, I want to live in your bubble. I really do.
I mean, you got a choice to watch something that's, you know.
CJ, what are we talking about,
man? Yeah, it can be changed once blacks start owning their own media and they start rebuking the nonsense that's on a major scale. Yeah, but I'm more on the side of Danielle. I really don't watch TV that much. And the TV that I do watch is be like Marvel, or I'm watching like Addiction. What's that show? Intervention with like Dee Dee or 600 Pound Life, and it's mostly white people on there. So like 90%, 90 to 95%. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Okay. But I don't give into that, like I said, because I know that's not real life. Okay. I know. I mean, like I said, every week I talk to fly successful black people, so I tend not to care for that. I don't watch reality TV. I don't watch. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my dose of hood stuff every now and then, hood movies and everything like that every now and then. But I know that's fiction. You know what I'm saying? I know, but art portrays real life. But at the same time, I don't walk around and act like every black person is like that, because I know that's not true. That's ridiculous. And they know it too. The man who was talking, they know that. Like, yeah. Stop it. So, like, come on.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because if people are in middle of America that don't really see black people, you think they think the same way?
I feel like we live in an age, like if you get arrested and if you didn't know something, people are going to be like, ignorance of the law is no excuse. I feel like we live in an age where social media is everywhere, and there are successful, well-to-do blacks that are not athletes and that are not criminals and that are not rappers and all that kind of stuff all over the place. If you're looking for something, you can find it. Maybe they just not looking, and maybe it's not their job to look. So I mean, I think they know that they out there. They just, they just choose not to deal with them.
Okay. Yella, if you're there.
All right. So can y'all? I'm gonna make sure y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. So as far as the perception in the media with black men, I mean, it is what it is, man. Because we talking about the media. The media not gonna cover the everyday person. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course, our black men is gonna be the rappers. We're gonna be the entertainers. We gonna be portrayed as the criminals, cause that's the lane that those black men choose to go be in. You know what I mean? Now, one thing I do try to stay away from is the whole trying to discourage kids or like young black men to be athletes. Let the athletes be who they are. All right, because beyond anything, them brothers worked hard to be there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just get there by accident. They didn't get there because they was trying to fill a quota. They had to accomplish something. You know what I'm saying? So for them, cool. But kind of like the last two responses, it's I get why they don't watch it. Like I don't watch Power, I don't watch Empire, I don't watch none of that because those are the worst portrayals of us that could possibly be on TV. But that's all you see of us, and that don't really have nothing to do with us having our own media. We can also stop acting in them shows. We can stop writing them shows. We don't have to just put that out. But that's you know what I'm saying? We can also stop the consumption. We can tell people to stop watching it. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? We're never going to get to that point to it. And I'm just going to be honest with you because it's not even regular white people that run media. It's a special brand. You know what I'm saying? It's the top shelf white folk that we can't get up there because they already in it. You know what I'm saying? That's they years and years in it. No, I'm just being straight up, bro. I'm just being straight up with you. Ain't no way we finna get to that point to where we'll have a media source to influence the world on that level.
But
Let's
I mean,
just keep it.
look how big social or YouTube is moving a lot of, I want to say, black media forward. Kevin Samuels kind of started it, but I would say there's a lot of people starting to move the needle a lot further. What you think?
I mean, yeah, but shit, even when you get a situation where somebody do move the needle, we gonna find a way to shit on them. The exact name you said right there could have changed the whole outlook on black media. But guess what? Instead of hearing what he said in response, everybody came up with every reason to not listen to him. So
I would say that didn't really stop. I mean, look, Nicki Minaj was just called in on the show today.
that's a super plan, bro. Super plan.
Even if it's super plain, it's still getting that image out there. And
And
him, I don't you think an image like that would be a better look?
no, the better look would have been if Nikki internet would have been working. How the hell you got all that damn money and you can't get no good signal? Like, quit playing. Like, come up off that money and pay for a real phone plan. That was the embarrassment of the whole deal. But
You
no,
don't
like
think, you
also,
don't think it was when he asked her, rate yourself between 1 to 10, and you can't use seven, and the first number she picked was seven.
I mean, we ain't never claimed her to be no scholar either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not really our doing. You know what I'm saying? These people choose to be the worst example of us, man. And if they want to be bought, we can't stop it. We could just try to, you know what I'm saying? I guess try to change it. I guess try to perceive something different. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm super jaded on this shit because I don't think it's ever gonna really like ever change or none of that because people gonna sell out.
I
You know what I'm
disagree.
saying?
I think it's changing, and I think it's very good examples of it changing. Um, I don't know if y'all familiar, but like I follow a guy named Tariq Nasheed. Dude literally raised $1 million to build a museum. He's had #1 best-selling documentaries, films all over the place. The thing is, when people try to save the world at one time, it usually doesn't work. and that's the thing people try to do. But I do think it is changing, very much so.
I mean, but yeah, that's like you said though. That's one person, man. And at the same time, if we looking at the question, it as dope as that sound, that still ain't gonna whatever project he doing ain't gonna override the NBA playoffs. Whatever project he doing ain't gonna stop people, ain't gonna supersede the season premiere power. You know what I'm saying? It's
You don't think?
I
You
get
don't
what
think?
you're saying. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm just saying it's. I get what he's saying, but that's gonna be on the individual. You know what I mean? If we gonna try to change media and the perception of us on the whole, we gonna lose.
Welcome to the panel, John.
Hey, what's happening?
Work was stressful, I see.
Nah, man.
Well, black men in media are entertainers, athletes, or criminals. If you agree with it, can this image be reclaimed? If not, then explain, I guess.
So when you say black men in media, like I need you to give me some context behind, because the way it's worded, do you mean black men that are on
Portrayed.
TV, or you mean how we portrayed?
Yeah, how we're portrayed in media.
Shit. As athletes and criminals?
Entertainers, athletes, or criminals.
If you're talking about the common black man, we portrayed as criminals. Like, period. That's how they always try to portray us. Every time you get us on the thing, it's always in a negative light. We either getting shot by the police, or we were involved in something. They make a big deal about it. So we're portrayed as criminals. And can the image be changed? I mean, a lot of times we spend all out. We try to live up to the damn image, because the image that's the image somewhere it's adopted, that having that image is cool. You want to be a gangster, you want to be a thug, you want to be a hoodlum, you want to look like this nigga that just got shot. Have you not looked at do you not see the commonality? I know it's a big thing, but everybody who got shot by police, not everybody, but a lot of them had some common looks about them that were fucking common, other than the fact they were black. What did they look like? Them motherfuckers didn't look home safe. They didn't look like, oh, I bet I could leave my child and have him watch him and go in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call a fucking duck a duck, bro. They did not. Did they look like somebody you would approach and ask direction for? Keeping it 100. Not trying to fall into this, oh, he a sellout nigga, he just talking about his people. Nah, nigga, did he look like a nigga you would ask? Be honest, if you was lost in the fucking city and one of them niggas, would you go up to that nigga and ask for directions? If your answer is no, that's why he got shot, because the nigga looked dangerous. So if you're a white cop that ain't never been around that shit, you probably would have shot him too. If he move any kind of way, you scary.
But what about the blacks that don't look dangerous that get shot?
I ain't seen too many of them. Who didn't look dangerous? They got shot. Like me, little kid.
John was shot in his own home. He had on a suit.
Yeah, dude did get shot in his own shit
with a suit on, eating ice cream.
Damn,
wasn't dangerous to me.
Yeah,
didn't sound dangerous to me.
Where was this?
It's about a year and a half. Amber Geiger, she was the cop that shot him. This was about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, and the one that she thought it was her apartment, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she went to the floor below instead of the one above and thought it was her apartment. So the first thing she did when she saw him, she shot him.
Right, with a suit on, eating ice cream.
And then his brother hugged her and forgave her in the court.
And so did the judge, the black judge too.
I'd have came down. I'd have came down in ghostly form and slapped everybody in that motherfucker. How you gonna hug her after she done shot me out? A ghost slap the shit out of her.
Hug and cried with her too. Yeah, I remember that.
Man, bro.
And the one that with the case where the kid got shot in the car, she talking about she screamed taser, taser. Well, she didn't scream taser or something. She shot this big old loud ass gunshot. She talking about some taser. I'm like, whatever. That one, that incident right there was another one where that could have been avoided. You shouldn't even been scared in that situation. But so the point was not to bring up the shooting. What my point is, if you look like who you are, I'm gonna believe you. You can't look a certain way. This whole, well, we shouldn't judge that. You crazy as fuck. Everybody judges. Judging is a part of your cognition. That's how you know when you're in a dangerous situation or not, because you judge the fucking what's going on around you. You judge the people around you. You read the body language. You just know. You understand what I'm saying?
When you're talking about that, black people in general just have a negative portrayal in general. We don't have a good light shine on us. We're always portrayed at the worst possible times. Isn't it hard for the average black person to even look like a safe person? Then we have to now go over the top, overboard, just to.
I mean, CJ looks safe. I'd ask CJ for directions. I'd ask you for directions.
I'm not walking down a dark alley with CJ in there, man. Come on, man. Fool like he jump out on you, man. I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you.
No, I get it. But I think that's dangerous though, like that aspect, because what the dude who got killed jogging, he was jogging. He had on workout gear. Like, I don't think at this point it's not about how you look. You can look as unintimidating as possible, and you can still get got.
Because of how the media has portrayed us, bro.
I kind of get what he's saying. It's like that. The average black man has been portrayed as a threat, right? I get what he's saying.
Overall,
yeah.
That they believe that, like they believe that I don't care who you run into. This nigga black, he got some superhuman shit that we can't deal with. Like this nigga, if he jump, he gonna really jump. If he grab you, you really are just fucked. Like they really portray us like that, because you got we've shown off how much rhythm we have. The average black kids got rhythm. You put a beat on as a fucking baby, they can find that beat and be right on time with it. The coordination. So we athletic, so we know that. And then they deal with them and they look at what happens in the prison system on how strong they are, how strong we are, right? And then we always portrayed as like the worst people, like with the worst hearts. Like we just don't give a damn. Like we just savage. Like there's no nice black men. Like there's no nice black people at all. Soon as you, like a white dude, hey, listen here, buddy. I'm not taking this shit. Okay, sir, please calm down. But if a nigga say, hey, goddamn it, put your hand, hey, one more word, I'll kill you. Why? Is that not fear?
Unless he got on a dress or something like that. They show like him like that. So it's either the drug or the dress, the thug or the dress. Which one is it?
Where do you think this whole push toxic masculinity? You aim that shit at black men who were masculine and ain't with all that funny shit. You aim that at us.
You want to
raise your voice, you toxic. Oh, he toxic.
Okay. If we're gonna talk about anything, if we're gonna look at the three categories he put up, right? So we're looking at entertainers, athletes, and criminals, right?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about? I mean, criminals seem to be the only bad thing as far as those three, but y'all just sparked something else. Now I don't know if he was good to it. I really don't want to jump ahead, but if any way black men get portrayed in the media is absent.
Oh, we definitely get portrayed as that.
Now, hear me out. I'm gonna tell you about commercials, because I pay a whole lot of attention to these commercials, right? Look at the family dynamics in these commercials. It's either It's either A, a straight white couple, B, it's an interracial couple with a black woman,
Or C, 2 men.
or C, 2 black men.
Yep. So we either absent or we gay. But it's not, you don't see, if you see the interracial couple, it's a black woman with a white husband in a big old nice ass house. If you can find a black couple, they're in a little tiny house. And if you think that shit is not playing, crazy.
Yo,
I could have majored in fucking media psychology. They got a whole team of them hoes. They tell them what they trying to do, and they get deep into fucking cognitive programming, because that's what it's called. It's called cognitive programming, to reduce the level of dissonance that a person feels about a certain thing. So homosexuality is gonna fuck with most people's cognitive dissonance because you're raised to know that shit is like out there. That's something else. That's some other shit, right? But if I put you and expose you to it enough, you become desensitized to where you just don't give a fuck. Like you just don't care at all. But in the same time, that would be a good thing, because then homosexual men wouldn't get bullied and shit like that so much, right? People would be more understanding. That's a good thing. But what happens when you start crossing over into cartoons? Then now I'm starting to ask, like, what's your real agenda? Like, what are you really trying to do?
It's crazy that I watch a lot of ads, being that I be on like YouTube and Twitch and all these other ads just run all day, right?
Right.
Last time I seen the ad with a straight black couple was in a cartoon ad a couple of days ago for like Zillow or something like that. They was animated. It wasn't even real. They was animated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird, bro. It's weird because, and this ain't to be on nothing else, but even with Clement mentioning how Kevin Samuel should be a better portrayal, right? Check this out. You notice how it's so easy for anybody to disqualify a black man in media's opinion by just calling him gay?
Yeah, because the black.
Well, but guess what? The LGBT community doesn't say shit about it. Now think about it like this: they want to be treated a certain way to where things said about them isn't used out of context. Remember, and let's just keep it a bean. When we used to play the game or whatever and mess up, be like, "Oh man, that's gay." You know what I'm saying, or something like that. You used to say it in a negative way. Folks used to say it in a negative way. Negative. Now you don't really hear it like that, right? But for some reason, it could be used towards black men in a negative way to discredit us. It's basically used as a slur against us to discredit anything we got to say.
Right.
But nobody thinks that's a problem.
I wanna do something real quick. I wanna have you guys watch a quick clip, and then I want to throw the next question at you guys. So, do me a favor, mute your mics. I want you to listen to this. What the heck? Oh, is my StreamYard crashing? Can you guys still see me?
You good?
Oh, my freaking thing is acting up right now. Yo, StreamYard, come on, man. I paid my bill. What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm doing the whole music for you.
It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You're great. Encore, really.
Check me out. Album on Spotify is called Random Ass Songs That We Know, but we can't remember where we know them from. Y'all come check me out.
All right. So Here we're gonna do. We're gonna do a quick reaction to the Lapeef Network. This was a Monday clip from Kayla and Kay. Fair use. Fair use.
Yeah.
So, you know,
that just hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings.
It's very.
Okay, y'all let me get more context of what I was saying.
No, wait, hold on, because
go ahead.
but just we want to make sure you address the things that we're saying, because that was really problematic. The issue is when you juxtapose, like when you put together as opposing ends of the spectrum, either we're going to be the thug or whatever, or we're going to be the white way. That indicates or insinuates that those are two opposing things, and that white people are not the thugs, and that like black people are. Like, we got to clear that up. So go ahead and address that.
I agree with both of y'all what y'all are saying, because it's white thugs just as well as they trust me, they is the thugs, but realistically in the life that we are living, when we think of thugs, we think of black. When we think of something productive, we think of white. That's just the facts of it. It's like when I first met my daughter, she was 3.5. I met her on her 4th birthday. And as she started talking and stuff, because she grew up she was from an area where my child's mother, her mother watching it now, but she moved to what we call a white area. And my daughter started acting like them. And I'm just gonna be funky with it. I kind of didn't like it. I didn't like my daughter talking all proper. I didn't like my daughter acting all dingy. I didn't like my daughter. It's almost like we.
What's that?
Well, like ditzy, all prepsy, and then like how white folks act.
Prep.
How we was taught that white folks act. Now, I'm not gonna say how they act for real.
Stereotype of white.